When will the pain stop? When will the agony end? When will the torture subside? It feels like I have been locked up in prison for the last 10 years. It feels like I will never ever get released from this prison. And this prison that I am talking about is One Punch Man Season 3. Now, last night, I tortured myself, man. I forced myself to watch 6 terrible episodes, and these 6 terrible episodes removed the smile from my face. Now, this next episode that I just watched, it completely made sure that I will not smile throughout this entire season. I think I will probably smile when the season is over, probably at the very last second of the season 3 finale. That is the only time I'm only going to crack a smirk while watching this season, because One Punch Man Season 3 is atrocious. It's not good. It's not entertaining. The art is really bad. I can't even sugarcoat that. Like, this episode looked like a slideshow. I said that in the last video. I'm going to reiterate that point because I was looking at PNGs moving and fighting each other. These PNGs were stationary, but the rest of the time they are just looking like as if somebody didn't try to make sure that these PNGs can actually upgrade from PNGs and they can move, they can bend, they can jump, they can scream, they can flex their mouth muscles, they can actually look like as if they are alive instead of floating statues. And this entire episode is a fight episode because the Heroes Association, they are trying to rescue the hostage, and this hostage is the son of the mayor of this town, and this son was kidnapped in the first episode by the Monster Association, and Gyro is currently holding this kid hostage in a cell. And a fun fact, the mayor's son is actually being held hostage alongside that other kid that Jirao was trying to save, but now that other kid was relocated to a different cell. But the mayor's son, he currently is still imprisoned by Gyro, and Gyro, he is trying to send every single monster that he has at his disposal. So he tried to surround the Heroes Association, and some of the members of the Hero Association include Terrible Tornado, Atomic Samurai, Child Emperor, Pig God, Super Alloy Blackluster, Flashy Flash, Puri Prisoner, and Handsome Kemien Amai Mask. Even though there are many other heroes inside the Heroes Association, I will not list all of their names. That will take a very long time. But I want to talk about this fight, and this fight visually was not pleasing. There are a lot of times where I was scratching my head during this fight. There are a lot of times where I was thinking to myself and I was asking myself, why am I watching this? Like, are the views on YouTube and that essential, that important for me to be watching this atrocity? I can't even lie to you, man. When you are taking a shit and you're hearing the shit drip from your ass into the toilet, no diddy, that is way more exciting than this, because the animation just did not look good. Like, when the fight is going on, you're seeing a lot of background characters, and these background characters are just standing there. They are static, they're not moving, their arms aren't going up or down, their head isn't going left to right. They are PNGs. Even though this episode was ass, there is actually one good scene that I noticed inside this episode. And when you're digging through a pile of rubble or a pile of trash, there is a probability that you're going to find some cash or some gold. And that is exactly what happened during this episode. So Atomic Samurai, he is a Class S hero, and he is very strong. You know, Terrible Tornado, she is also a Class S hero. She is strong, as well as Child Emperor, Pig God, Super Alloy Blackluster, Flashy Flash, Puri Prisoner, and some other heroes. But Atomic Samurai, you know, his name speaks for itself. You know, he uses a sword and he is very precise as he's using this sword. So when all hope was lost at some point, because there is this monster, and the name of this monster is called Rhino Wrestler. Rhino Wrestler is one of the strongest beings on this entire planet. He is impenetrable, he is indestructible, he is completely immovable. You cannot move him, you can't hurt him. His durability is through the roof. He can withstand any type of hit, or so he thought, because Rhino Wrestler was told by Garo that he is the strongest person on the entire planet and that his power is capable of killing Class S heroes. But obviously Garo was lying, because Atomic Samurai, he had enough of the dilly-dally, he had enough of the childish antics, so he wanted to end this fight. He quickly sliced up Rhino Wrestler's horn, and Rhino Wrestler, he was so shocked, he was bewildered, he was stunned, he was bamboozled, because he believed that he was the strongest person on earth. He thought that he was impenetrable, he thought that nobody could harm him, but he was shocked that someone like Atomic Samurai actually got the job done. Rhino Wrestler, he died instantly on the spot because his body was cut into multiple pieces, and then he died. That was the only good scene that I liked in this entire episode, but other than that, everything else was ass, everything else was mundane. It was a long fight that didn't need to be this long. We did not see Saitama throughout this entire episode. He wasn't even mentioned, and for someone who was supposedly the main character of this entire season, we don't see him. His screen time is so small. We only see him in little tidbits. Like I said in the earlier video, the only scenes of Saitama that we saw was when he was denying Hellish Blizzard's advances, when he was eating, when he was trying to get King, Gino, Silverfang, and the others out of his house, and when he was trying to eat out at restaurants. That is the only time, and the only other time is when he lost his wallet. But the plot is not revolving around Saitama, the plot is revolving around Jirao. So Jirao is the actual main character of this season. I think Saitama is actually currently inside the monster's lair, but that is just by pure and sheer coincidence. I think that is just because of the plot, because the plot needs Saitama to be there, man. But ultimately, this episode was mid. The animation was atrocious yet again, and I'm not interested in this entire season. I hope it'll get better, but honestly, bro, it's not looking too good, man. This is really bad. The animation looks like a slideshow. All of these guys are static PNGs. They don't blink, they don't talk, they don't move, their mouths don't move when they talk. They just stand there, they're looking, they're aura farming, they're doing nothing, even though they're doing something, man. That's the end of the video, guys. What do you guys think about this season? What do you guys think about the latest episode? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know. I'm out. Peace.